What's up guys, in here, and with No Man's Sky about 24 hours away, there has been some information about the first day one patch, which is going to be the update 1.03, and they're asking the players to delete their save games that have played it early, and there'll be a wipe today and Monday, and they want people to delete their save games because a lot of things have changed, and we'll go over what they've listed and my opinions and how I think they'll be different. I have watched about 10 hours of live streams, so I think I know the game pretty well, so let's get into it. So before starting this, I want to point out that there are some spoilers in this. I don't think they're anything major, like what's at the end of the universe, but they're, I guess, like little starting off spoilers, so just take that with a grain of salt. One of the first new things that I've noticed is they have now this thing called the three paths. And these are unique paths that you can follow throughout the game. And I imagine that there's something like make your way to the middle of the galaxy, become an ultimate trader, become an ultimate explorer. I'm thinking that's what the paths are, but we don't know yet. We're going to have to wait till the game comes out and we'll talk about that more. But it does state that you must start a new, fresh game. You must start completely over if you've already played, if you want to take these paths and check them out. They have also done some changes in the universe. They've changed some rules with the generations. They have moved some planets around. They've changed some biomes, and galaxies now have alternate shapes. And this all sounds pretty amazing. It's also 10 times larger from what I've read. And they also make it where the creatures are a lot more diverse. And you can find them more on different planets, which is very, very helpful. And also to do with planets, they have also added dead moons, low atmosphere, and extremely hazardous planets. So if you think some of the live streams you saw were easy and they survived, this game is going to get a lot more harder. They also added some more ship diversity, so we have a bit more wider variety on what kind of ships we want to see in the stars and which ones you want to purchase. They've also talked about they have opened up the inventory more. The ship has now 5 times more resources per slot, and your storage on your actual person is almost 3 times as big, which is good because one thing I always noticed in live streams is that people ran out of storage. And they also mentioned that in later updates they'll probably increase the storage even more for everybody, which is very interesting, and I'm very excited about that. I thought that I was going to have to really manage my stuff really well, but apparently it might not be that bad. So let's continue on. Trading is deeper. They have it where the star systems and planets have their own wants and needs based off the economy. And this is pretty interesting because this is what I want to do. I basically want to be a trader bounty hunter. And so I want to, either find or buy stuff low and then sell it for high and become a millionaire on this game with like the best of the best, like cargo space and the ships. And I just think it would be really interesting to see how the trading works. They also say that feeding the creatures now have their own diets based on the planets, and that you can make them become their pet, and they can find you loot and mine for you and protect you, which I'm pretty sure was already confirmed. They have also touched up on survival, making it harder, making it more hazards in the planet, and making it so that you can pretty much die more often, and it's a more survival game. One thing that I've heard the most out of everyone that's played it is they haven't died, and that it's really easy to survive. They also mentioned that they upgraded some of their graphics with the lighting and textures, and the shadow quality has been doubled, which is interesting. The prettier the better. They've also done some balancing with new upgrades for the suits, ships, and weapons. They've also done some combat upgrades with the auto aim, and they've completely rewritten it. They have made it where it's a bit more easier, and they made it where sentinels now actually are becoming harder. Even the maker of the game said they struggles with fighting the sentinels now without having a really good weapon. The space combat has also been touched up on. They have make it so you can have break, drifting, and critical hits, and you have bounty missions now, which I'm really, really stoked for. So I'm excited to see a lot of this stuff. They also talk about some exploits that were taken advantage of by people that got early copies. They have took those out, and they stabilized a lot of stuff that made those guys glitch out of the world because they were doing exploits that they shouldn't have been really doing. And they also talk about the space stations having more variety, like bars, trading rooms, labs, and a lot more just uniquer which is something I actually am really into because a lot of the space stations look exactly the same, and it was really confusing. They also talk about how your ship can now scan, which is awesome. They also talk about how they reduced generation pop in for flying over the terrain when you're flying, which is amazing. And they have also rewritten a lot of the Atlas paths. So a lot of the strips have been rewritten, and that's pretty amazing. So that's pretty much it for the update log. You can check it out. It's a lot of stuff. I may have missed some things here and there. It's a lot of stuff to go over and a lot of stuff to take in. But they also talk about future updates, how they're going to work on the cloud rendering, and how they're going to work on being able to build bases and having giant space freighters, and work on enhancing the visuals as well. So they're going to be updating this constantly. This is going to be how Minecraft was when it first came out. It'll be a completely different game in a year from now. And I can't wait because we're going to cover every single update and we're going to go over it. We're going to be talking about it and it's going to be amazing. So don't forget to keep it locked right here in A Duck Opinion, where ducks can fly. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Please like the video. It comes out tomorrow. I can't wait to show you my first impression, tips and tricks, and everything we're going to do in No Man's Sky. Talk to you later. Peace. Hey guys, Duck here. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys could support the channel by liking and subscribing and even leaving a comment below, it'd really mean a lot to me. And if you guys want to go the extra mile, we have a Patreon page. You can check it out in the link in the description below. And we have different goals that you guys can donate to, and it would really help keep this channel afloat. Thank you guys so much for listening. Ducks can fly, so please help us survive. Peace.